think right now I'm sort of like living out what it's like to be in a hard reset. Whatever the Lord is working on in my life right now, it's got some great purpose.
Welcome back to A Hard Reset. So excited about this episode. We are having a conversation with Savannah Duncan. She has this kind of amazing story. She grew up in Louisiana and ended up going to Auburn and met my wife, Tracy, who we brought in on the episode as well. They have incredible energy. They've been best friends since I guess they were 18 years old. Shout out to the Alpha Chi Omegas at Auburn. But what's really interesting about our conversation today is that she's in the midst of a hard reset. And so this is just a great perspective of like someone going through it. We learned so much today from that conversation. Pay special attention to this grief and obedience comment that she said, right? Because even in the midst of going through this hard reset, there is a lot of grief that goes into being obedient to what you believe your calling is. I just love that she took the time to reach out, introducing Savannah Boyd.
Hello.
Which is Tracy's college roommate and Auburn. I mean, you were Mrs. Auburn, right?
Oh, yes. Well, I wasn't Mrs. at the time, but Miss Auburn.
Yeah, Tracy always corrects me on that. Miss Auburn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are a pageant. It's hard right now, as I sit in here, being the prettiest guy in the room.
I know. It's hard to share this space with somebody like you, Mark, really.
It is.
Not only she was pageant Miss Auburn, but also something student government, big deal.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah.
I get them all mixed
It was in
up.
my past life.
Okay.
But you guys, like sitting here with the two of y'all is like, feels like home. Just some friends that feel like home. You guys are some of those people.
So many fond memories of the three of us together in Auburn, and super excited that you took the time to be here. So thank you.
I'm super excited to be with you. Thanks for having me.
We have an icebreaker question that I did not privy you to this information yet.
Okay.
Just to kind of set the stage. And this question is a very hard question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you four things.
Okay.
One of the things you can be the best in the world at.
Okay.
The other three you will be the worst in the world at.
No one worse than. Yeah.
Okay.
Multiple choice. So you get to choose one of the four.
Got it.
Okay. So the four things that you get to choose from is you could have the most charisma, the prettiest, the smartest,
Most talented.
or the most talented
So if you don't choose prettiest, then you're the ugliest.
person in
Yeah.
the world.
If you don't choose,
But you know, if you got the riz, like being ugly just doesn't matter.
I called it.
Shout out to Brooksy.
Yeah.
Why though? Like what does the Riz like?
Well, I think people are drawn to charismatic people.
Yeah.
You know, you're a perfect example of that. Everyone
Doesn't
is
matter
drawn
how
to you.
ugly you are,
Yeah,
how
it doesn't-
untalented you are. If you got the riz.
Yeah, it solves all of the problems. Truly,
Yeah, do
you
you
can have all the talent in the world, but if people don't want to be around you, then
That's so
That's
true.
true.
that's kind of sad.
Is that what charisma means? Is like you're just the life of the conversation? Like what does charisma mean to Miss Auburn?
Charisma to Miss Auburn. Oh my gosh. I think it is the person that people are the most comfortable with.
Oh, I like that. Connection.
And yes, where they feel like they can be their self. Because, I mean, let's be real. In the world we're living in, we all are like testing the waters of like, is this person safe? Do I have to put my guard up? Do I have to pretend to be a certain way to hang out with this person? Or can I just be me? I think that's the riz.
Yeah.
Letting somebody just be who they are.
It's funny. A lot of people have said charisma. Nobody has said beauty.
Wait,
talent.
you chose talent at first.
No, I've.
Okay.
Well, that's because I have the Riz, right? So
He's already got the riz. Give him another superpower.
I would love to see what
okay?
it's like to have talent.
Okay, all right. I see what we're doing here.
All right, so growing up as a kid,
Yeah.
I just love this question, right?
Okay.
Right out of the gate, like growing up as a kid, what did Savannah Duncan think that her life was going to be like?
As an adult.
As an adult, I really think in my heart, I believed I was going to be singing for like legit. That was my dream, and I thought I would do that.
Like on the road. Like a country
but like, I mean, in
artist.
retrospect, it's not like I had no idea how hard life was and how, I mean, I
but
wouldn't.
you were a kid. That's what you
Yeah.
want to do as a kid.
But like now it's like, what if you really were a country music singer and you were on the road and your family was like waiting on you to come? Like, I would hate that, you know?
Yeah.
But I think if in my dreams when I was young,
Like
that's
how
what
young?
I dreamt. I mean,
14?
yeah,
12?
maybe like 10 to 15, maybe even a little older.
yeah.
Who was
Honestly.
like, who did you want to emulate?
Ooh, I mean, that's hard. I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
surely
my
the
love
inspiration.
for Reba runs really deep.
My girls love Reba now.
I mean, the Judds.
Yes,
Come on,
the
just
Judds.
pretty much 90s country is
Yes.
like, you know, will make you feel real good about
I've
yourself.
seen you sing some Shania Twain before too.
Oh, yes, you have. Any man to mine.
When's the last time you sang in front of someone?
Well, I sing in front of my kids all the time.
Yeah, but not family.
On stage, you mean?
On
just
stage.
Performance?
Yeah, not at
I'm
church.
trying to think. It was probably a wedding. I can't even remember the last time.
Maybe
But
at
I
Madison's
had
wedding.
sang in a lot of weddings. I
you
did not
sing-
sing at
oh, no?
Madison's
Okay.
wedding. Yeah. And I actually didn't sing in Chances because I got married on the beach. And
The acoustics weren't there.
it's mainly like a shower singing party these days. That's what.
Oh, okay. Your own shower.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep,
It's
that's
good
Okay.
for the vocal cords.
It's really great.
Yeah.
You know, great
Yeah.
acoustics.
What do you sing at weddings? Just for like someone watching this is like, oh,
They might want to hire you.
Yeah.
Oh, please. I mean, nothing's off the table, I guess. I don't know. I've sang a lot of hymns, a lot of, you know, more modern worship songs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that ship has sailed. I do often think, like, I would love to be able to sing at church.
Yeah.
And the older I've gotten in my life, the more I've thought, you know, if God gave you some type of gift, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be using it. And I love to sing. I love to worship. Like, any opportunity I ever get, I'll take it.
I'd love to go to church with you and sit next to you and hear you sing. Because
That's
I
so
do
sweet.
love your voice. And I think I do remember my request if I passed before you that you would sing Amazing Grace at my.
okay.
We made that pledge to each
Okay,
other in Auburn.
Not
and
Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
I don't know that
not
that's
it?
the right one
Okay.
for March.
Okay. It's a good one of hers.
I'll be there,
was
March.
that Miss
Okay.
Auburn?
I
Did you
don't
sing
want-
Somewhere Over the
I
Rainbow?
did, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The Martina McBride version, of course.
Martina.
Martina. I'm telling you,
Yeah, everything-
ladies in 90s country, like, just blew it out of the park.
It is. It was incredible music. I get that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Do you recall a moment in your life when you had to make a hard reset, or is there a specific one that you've had to make, or multiple ones that come to mind?
We've all made multiple resets. You know, we all have to pivot, take a hard left, take a hard right. Like, this is not what I thought. But I think right now, you know, I'm sort of like living out what it's like to be in a hard reset. And I am so like, what you see is what you get kind of person. If I'm feeling great, you'll see it. If I'm sad, you'll see it. I'm not a very good faker. It's not really a good word, but I'm just, you
It's
know.
a word.
It's real.
It's a word for this. Like,
Yeah.
I can't fake it if I'm down, you know, and it's just been an interesting season. I would say, you know, whatever the Lord is working on in my life right now, it's got some great purpose. I just don't totally know what that is just yet.
So can we pry then and know,
Yeah.
like, hey, what is this hard reset you're going through?
So I feel like, I will say for most of 2024, literally the entire year, I was sort of planning and preparing to end up at what I felt like was the next step in my career. And, you know, I've been a personal shopper and stylist for 15 plus years now. I love that. I love people. I love relationships. I love just the small part I can get in like making somebody feel better about themselves. but the way that my business works, I'm kind of pulled in a lot of different directions. And, I mean, to be totally transparent, like pretty overwhelmed most of the time because I'm just like,
Well,
okay,
you're a
go here,
pleaser
go here.
and you're good at it.
Well,
So
yes.
you're helping so many people at one time.
Yes. And so this opportunity that I was working toward was kind of just what I felt like not only would be the next step for me in this career, the next step for my family, but also it was going to simplify life a lot for me. And I was just really excited about that. And it was hard. I mean, like for Brian and I both, preparing and working toward it, it was hard. We had to give up a lot of time where we, could have been working on something else that was possibly making us money. And a lot of stress, if you're ever trying to get a loan for something, that is just not fun at all.
What did the business look like?
So
what does it look like now?
So for me right now, I will service clients who like just want a complete overall, of I want spring and summer clothes, everything, whatever you think I need, which generally will start with a closet audit, cleaning out like what you don't need, what you should have never bought, just kind of gently guiding you towards better decisions.
Do you tell people like, hey, you should have never bought this?
Oh, but
No.
she does it with such grace and
So
beauty.
can you,
Oh, it's unbelievable. She is the complete opposite of me being blunt. I'm like, can you just shoot it to me straight?
Well, and I've gotten better in the sense that, after doing this for so long and because I feel like my time is valuable,
Sure.
I'm like, I'm not trying to waste your time.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not trying to waste mine. So like, this was a bad decision and you didn't do it intentionally. I don't think. But I'm just here, you hired me for a reason. I'm here to tell you, like, don't waste your money on that anymore. Make some better decisions in the future.
No.
But
Here's how she says it. She said, that piece isn't my favorite on you. I think you would look so good if that had a collar and it was a little more structured.
Yeah.
We'll look for that. Let's add that to the list.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, that looks terrible. Take that off. We're going to get something else.
Oh yeah, the
it's
last time
different,
we shopped together, she was like,
She's
"You're not
way more
buying
blunt
that."
with
I'm
me.
like,
Good.
"Excuse me."
What did you say?
I was trying to buy this cute sweater, and you're like, "No, you have like 70 of those. Get out of there right now!" I'm like, what? This is kind of my look. I like that sweater. But
it's the Ann Taylor loft like in high school, right? I mean, this is like,
No, well,
like it would be a whole closet full of Ann Taylor loft, or
well, in
just
Tracy's case, it would be Banana Republic.
that was in college.
In college,
Yeah,
she had
We started in
every
Ann
cardigan, and every pair of trousers from Banana Republic.
Yeah.
But Banana,
Savannah
she was totally.
She bought me my first cashmere sweater from Banana Republic.
Really?
A Christmas gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I have no recollection of this.
gift.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
like nice things.
So that's your business
Okay,
model
yeah, sorry.
now, which has been
Yeah.
awesome, you've blessed so many people,
Yeah.
helping them.
But so I just, depending on the budget, well, I will say, I don't feel like you have to have $1 million to feel like $1 million. So with that being said, sometimes the budget's easy because there really isn't any budget and I can just go wherever and buy whatever. But for the people that I actually love hunting things down for, that's a little bit more challenging because, you got to go comb through the TJ Maxx or the Nordstrom Rack and it's great and you can find amazing things, but it just takes more of your time. And then, on top of that, I want to be the most present mom that I can be. And, so I joke sometimes and say like, I am a chronic volunteerer.
But she's so good at
Like
it.
the ultimate yes girl.
Yeah.
They're like, just Savannah's got it. I'm like, yeah, I do. And no, I mean, I joke about it, but like, I really do. I love it. I think, I just love being able to work when I have the opportunity to work, but still be able to choose, like, if I want to be up at school helping with a project or history day or, whatever the case may be, like, I get to do that because I'm on my own time.
entrepreneur, right? So if I was going to hire Savannah, is it something that like you come and do a closet audit and then I give you my credit card and you just go and you're like, okay, this would look great on me? Or do we go together? Or is there like all different options? Because I would imagine like if you're a mom of 3 and you're volunteering, like how do you have the time to go and volunteer and also shop for people?
It's magical. It's magic.
She's the best cheerleader I have. No, I wouldn't take your credit card. You just pay me at the end.
Okay.
And I don't shop with people. And I'll tell you why. I don't know if you have all heard, like, and no shame, no shade, they would say.
Okay.
The colors, getting your colors done right now is like all the rage, which is amazing. It's great to know, what things you look good at and what look good in and what things you don't look good in. But similar to that, when you take people shopping with you and you suggest something, they're like, oh no, that won't look good on me. I'm not going to try that on. And I'm like, you are. So I just, in order to just eliminate that stress altogether, I do the shopping and then I bring it back to you. And you just, for whatever reason, you lose a lot of that like doubt, when you're just in the company of your home. Yeah. And you're like, might as well try it on, So and then after that, I mean, if there's returns that need to be made, I'll take care of those. If we need to exchange sizes and stuff, I'll do that. But that's.
But then also how to put it all together. So like if she bought you it's called a piece. So if she buys you a piece, then she'll tell you what other pieces you already own that will go with it.
Yes.
Which people love that.
Outfits out of your, existing wardrobe and, just trying to make it not so difficult.
So this seems like it takes a lot of time, right?
It does. It really does take a lot of time. So
how many clients do you have? Have you ever counted?
Well, it's different in every season. So right now I'm probably always shopping for about 7 people. But then you also have people that say, hey, I'm going to Costa Rica this summer. Like, I want some fun outfits. Or I've got, I'm a mother of the bride this summer. So you've got your special occasion people that kind of sneak in. And those are easy because you're kind of, checking those boxes and moving on. So, I mean, it's kind of a different number at any time of the year.
Yeah.
But the whole family she'll shop for too, like family pictures and stuff too. So what you mentioned that you're in the middle of a hard reset. So this is the plan that you've been doing for 15 years.
Yes.
What is changing or what is motivating you to change?
Yeah. Well, I will say that, I'll say it this way. I think we sometimes don't talk enough, and especially like, as a believer, we don't talk enough about how there can be grief with obedience. It's not hard. I mean, it is very hard to do something that you don't necessarily want to do, or you wish God would have just like done a different way. It's hard to sit in that and be like, what on earth were you doing? What on earth were you teaching me while, me and Brian invested all of this time and all of this energy thinking that like these were the doors that you were opening and opening and opening up until the point of you slamming them shut. Like what is good in that, And for me, sort of living through this, this current hard reset, I feel simultaneously, true and utter like disappointment and a little bit of anger, but also peace, because I'm like, I know, I mean, I'm very confident that God, he does the hard things, and I am like totally surrendered to that. I'm like, do whatever you got to do, Lord. Ultimately, like I don't want anything outside of what he wants for me.
His ultimate desire. Yeah.
But I mean, we all know that like sometimes what he wants for us might cause us a little bit of pain getting to where we need to get. And so I'm in the middle of that. I'm like, what is coming? Right.
You've shut these doors.
Yes.
And I think was hard.
I've shut these doors and it is really hard. And I think honestly, if I'm being totally honest, like the sinful part of me wants to just be like, I'm waving the white flag. I'm done. I'm tired. I mean, I'm
Just
worn
like,
out.
I'll be a mom and a volunteer.
I'll just be a mom and a wife and be done. And then another client, will hire me and I'll go and I'll think to myself, like, I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
so
getting
good at it,
emotional,
yeah.
but like,
and you enjoy it.
and I love it.
And you're
I
creating
love-
life change for these people.
I really love, like I said earlier, just having a small part of making somebody feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better about myself. And, 15, 16 years ago when I started this, I really did start it as like, this is like a little ministry. Like, this is where I get to go be like everybody's little personal cheerleader. And, and I don't know, it really is sweet for me to have a reminder of like, don't give up.
Yeah.
Like, I know it feels hard. I know it feels heavy. And I know because it didn't go the way that you thought it should go, which for me was this next step, maybe you just bow out. But like, I think we learn the most in the middle when we keep clawing our way through.
Yeah.
And so I'm just grinding, y'all. I'm just trying to bet on myself that something so much better is coming for my family.
Praise God.
Even though, like I
not
said,
what you
it
thought it was
hadn't,
gonna be.
it
Yeah.
hadn't felt that way, and it's not looking like I thought it was going to look.
Yeah, I don't know if, well, maybe you remember this, or maybe, you've lived that, but my whole body was covered in goosebumps when you said there's grief in obedience, right?
Yeah.
Because in the midst of a hard reset, like that you're going through, and we've all been in hard resets in our life, but in the midst of it, it's like God can still shake us.
Totally.
And also, there's grief in obedience, but there's praise in obedience. And in the midst of it, it's really hard to remind ourselves of that.
Yeah, I think even like listening to your previous episodes, like I've even thought this moment listening to other people, like, they had to give up some things to get to where they are. We all have to give up. We have to shed something to keep moving forward. Right. And that's hard, and I think especially as like Christians, we don't do the best job sometimes at like saying it's hard work.
Yeah.
No one,
it's not going to be easy.
Something that just bothers me so deeply about social media, which I just have a love-hate relationship. Clearly I use it for my business and I try to, be as positive as I can, but it just paints this picture that like no one has walked through hard things, that it's just like naturally worked out for them. Yeah. They just got lucky. And whether it's your job, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your kids, like your health, you did not just get lucky. Like you had to work yourself to the bone to have the great marriage, not just have a fine marriage or, to have a great relationship with your kids where they want to be with you and they want to hang out with you. Not just like, I'm their mom, I'm their dad, like it takes hard work. And I feel like, even if that's why I went through this, like, even if that's the part of, or point of this current hard reset that I'm still trying to figure out, like, where am I going to end up? Like, I think I'm very passionate about telling, any and everyone, like, just keep clawing your way forward. Do not give up. Like, do not wave the white flag because the best is yet to come.
Yeah. And I would say, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I know that how you make Tracy feel when she goes and shops with you. And then obviously my mother-in-law, how they feel after they get done spending time with you. I know I've had this conversation with my father-in-law. It's like, man, I don't know how Savannah does it, but she, and you feel beautiful after Savannah leaves and you have just this incredible energy that you do. And like, that is clearly your passion is making people feel beautiful. But where do you get, like, does making those people feel beautiful when you get done? Are you like energized by that?
Yeah. Totally fills my cup. Cause I think most people would assume I have a lot of confidence. But I don't, I am just as like insecure in certain situations as like Tracy can be. You know, I just have a better way of like camouflaging it.
She's always said you got to dress the part too. You got to fake it. So
Well,
if
I mean,
you dress the part and fake it, then
that's
you
half
feel
the battle.
better.
Like,
Oh yeah.
If you look
she
the
never
part-
let me go out of the house in like yoga pants in college because
Oh,
she's like,
man.
no, you got to look the part or you're gonna feel better. You got to get up and
Yeah.
get yourself together. You'll feel better.
Totally going to feel better. But I definitely do. I think, you know, being with people and seeing their face kind of like light up of like, wow, I really do feel so much better about myself. It totally refuels and re-energizes me. And that was the point, you know, that was the whole point of starting this. You know, I had no idea coming out of college. I was like, I didn't even know what a personal stylist was. I didn't know that was a thing. And it was, you know, only just by happenstance and like the Lord's timing that I was like, wow, this is something that I am like genuinely good at. And people are asking
For help.
for it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, you know, I didn't know it was possible.
Well, and I think as a female watching, there's different your style and your shape and your weight goes up and down all the time, and so much of that is hard mentally for females. So for you to be able to step in and say, okay, so you've gained weight. Okay,
Yeah.
so you've just had a baby. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Don't worry about the size. Who cares?
Yeah, we're gonna make you feel good no matter what. And that is
Exactly.
a gift that is definitely it's just a gift to females because I mean just recently it was like, hey, let's just put on not me but me and other people like, hey, it's all right, we're gonna make this work. Just put this on. You're gonna feel good about it. All right, let's try this. You know, so.
If you are gonna wave the white flag, can you keep two?
I'll stick with Tracy. No,
You know, she says that she doesn't shop with anybody, but you just kind of revealed a secret. 'Cause
yeah.
You're like when Tracy
only,
goes shopping.
only with Tracy.
We'll cut this out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, but it is so nice for me because I mean, we had a very long hug at the beginning when we saw each other because it's so nice to text and say, hey, I want to get Tracy this or I have this budget. And you're like, I got it.
Yeah.
And it is a...
More husbands should do that.
Yes.
Oh,
Word
husbands
to
don't do
all
that.
the husbands.
Oh, very few husbands do that.
No, very few. They all, I mean, sorry to like spill the tea here, but they buy the thing and then the wife calls and says, he bought this thing. This is awful. Like, give me something. I'm like, oh, we'll zhuzh this up.
Yeah.
So I've made plenty of mistakes in my life in my marriage, but my push present,
Oh, I knew this was coming.
I should have consulted with the bestie.
We were
Because
so young.
We were so young and we were dead broke.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was the worst time in the, you
Yeah.
know, it was one of our many hard resets that I put
Do
you
you know
through.
what he gave me after I had the twins?
I remember it was,
A string of pearls.
Yeah.
But listen, that is actually a timeless piece.
it is.
So in the moment, my friends were getting Louis Vuittons and diamonds and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But honestly, my girls wore those pearls to their 5th grade daddy-daughter dance.
Yeah,
and
it's so
It's
precious.
a timeless
Yes,
piece.
it
They're not
is.
bringing a Louis Vuitton with them to the father-daughter
Yeah.
dance. So
Yeah.
it is a
Do
time.
you even have a Louis Vuitton?
No, I don't even know.
No, she doesn't
She's
want
tried.
the label. She doesn't want to be showy. I'm like,
I
okay,
don't need
girl.
that. I'll mess that up. Anyways, but I'm just saying yeah. So in the time, it may not have been when I was 20 something years old, but now I'm like really grateful. It's a timeless piece that I'll wear forever.
Yeah. No, I
Well,
mean,
moving forward though, I reached out and it's almost like I worry about almost feeling like I'm using you.
oh my God.
I know, but I do feel
feel
like
that
that
a lot, too.
because
Mark.
how often do I check in on you and say, hey,
Other than
How's your
Mother's Day
heart?
and birthday.
No, it's okay, Mark. I
Christmas,
know.
Easter,
I love it.
President's Weekend?
No, I do not get a gift
Memorial
for this.
Day. No, all the holidays. No, you guys, like I said, I mean, you can text me all you want. And ultimately, I know that like if I was not in a good spot, I could call y'all.
Yeah.
You'd be there for me.
Yeah.
I mean, Tracy, I'll never forget coming from an hour away when I went into labor with
Which
Bradley.
one?
Showed up
Which
at my
baby?
house in like 20 minutes. I
don't know
mean,
how that
I don't even
happened.
know how she got there that
know.
fast.
I had a toothbrush and a fire truck. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I can win Brooks over with this. If I can spend the night with, I didn't know how long I'd be there. Yeah.
Praise God, it was not
I think
too
I was on
terribly
call
long.
all three?
But you were
All
on
babies.
call in some capacity
Yeah.
with all 3 children,
Yeah.
and you are the ultimate
It was
friend.
fun. It was fun. Yeah. I remember that too.
What's life like right now in this season that you're in of like, hey, I thought I was going this and I'm grieving this obedience that I've gone through. Like, what's it like for you?
I think expectant. I am every day just like, well, I will say this. What I've learned over the past couple of months of like really like releasing and letting go what I thought was going to come to pass and what didn't is just the reminder of like how very little control I have over my life.
It is so hard.
And I just think it's funny. I think you forget you can literally like have on repeat in your brain, like God's in control and I totally surrender my life to him. But at the same time, like you've got all your plans and you're just like thinking, well, this is my plan. Even though I said you're in control, I just hope you like merge the road, you know? And that is not at all, it's not at all how God works. So, as I wait in great expectation for what is coming, I think I am making a really great effort to look and see as much positive in my life right now as I possibly can. I'm like, you know, in a way, I'm like grieving that my children are so much older, and I'm trying to just enjoy every moment with them. I mean, because ultimately they are my job, you know, like and I even think so much, I'm like, God, I had this dream and that dream and all of these dreams. And I
keep
feel
thinking
like,
about that.
I feel like none of them have, you know, sort of like come to pass the way that I have thought. And then I remember that amazing quote, Andy Stanley from like a million years ago. And it was like, sometimes the greatest contribution that you make to the kingdom may not be what you do, but somebody that you raise. And so I just, you know, I think when when I'm thinking about my career, I can feel a little discouraged on like, why haven't I made it to like this next step, this next level that I've, you know, just created in my own mind. Maybe the level I'm at is exactly where I'm supposed to be. But, you know, as far as when I think of myself, like on the mom track, I just think, man, how lucky am I? Like, truly, how lucky am I? Like, I adore my kids. Like, they drive me completely insane. And like, I am so blessed by them. Like, so blessed that God loaned to me these 3 amazing little angels. And, you know, so grateful that I have a husband that like wants to spend time with me and wants to invest in our kids. And, you know, I mean, I feel like we can just look around. It's not hard to find somebody that's really got way more going on than you do. And so it's important to keep perspective, but, you know, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know where he's leading me, but I definitely feel a shift and a shake.
There's been many events that we've lived through together that I just remember praying, what is God doing in this? Like, what is the purpose in this? Everything from me being on bed rest to you having a surprise third.
Yeah.
I don't know. We called it a surprise. It was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
But having
They
a
were all
third-
surprises.
Yeah. I just like, what are you doing, God? I still have a baby and now I
Yeah.
have another one. And, you know, even like what school are they going to go to? And are they going to learn to read? Like there's so many things that
Yeah.
we've lived through together that in the moment it feels like it is a hard reset.
Yeah.
It is hard. It's not, doesn't feel like it. It is a hard reset. And we thought, okay, God, what are you doing here? Like, what is
Yeah.
the purpose in this? Like, why
Yeah.
would you not let this come to fruition like I thought that would glorify you? And, but then now that we're on the other side of it,
Oh yeah.
it's like, thank God you
Yeah.
didn't let that happen the way I thought it was going to happen.
Totally.
Thank you that I had a third child.
Yeah.
Thank you that I laid on bed rest with 2 babies. Like whatever it was, it felt so, and it is so hard in the moment. But
Well, it's easy to say like, your way's better, God.
right. We didn't say any of that in the moment. It doesn't feel that way.
It's easy to say that now. You know, it's like you get to the other side and you're like, oh my gosh, like you really did give me more than I
Way
could have
better
asked
than I
or
could
I could have imagined, you know? But I think that's the whole point and why I wanted to kind of say like, I'm in the middle right now. Like I don't, you know, when you hear somebody's story, when they've gotten to the other side, you almost think to yourself, yeah, but that's not me. You know, like they made it, but what if I don't make it? You know, and
I think that all the time.
Yeah, I just feel like
it's harder. This is harder for me, is what I always think.
You know, for us, like we're kind of like we're entering like the back 9 of life. You know, and that is scary to think like. My childbearing days are over, you know, like you guys are about to have high schoolers. Like this is crazy. Like where has the time gone? And I think, you know, maybe it was just me. I don't think it was just me, but I had this like weird, you know, delusion that like if I made good choices that everything would really go pretty easy. And that's not easy is not written in the Bible anywhere. Like it is not like, no, it's actually the opposite. Like if you are going to follow me, things are going to get rocky a number of times. And so I don't know. I was happy to kind of talk about like what it is like to be in the messy middle of a reset. And maybe when I get to the other side, I'll come back.
Yeah, and believe that there is a better side. There's something else coming.
So
and just
much,
keeping
yes,
that
and
in your forefront.
I'll be so grateful for you know, for this what felt like wasted time once I get to the other side. So,
do you think there's anything, and maybe because you're not on the other side of this specific hard reset yet, can you predict of what you think you might tell yourself or what?
What do you wish right now that someone is telling you?
Yeah.
As you go through the midst of this reset, like what do you wish that Tracy was pouring into you?
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Oh yeah, I love that. I do know the answer to that, and that is that I wish overall within the reset and within life in general, I would not be so hard on myself. That I would just trust like, hey, sometimes things don't work out because that is what God needs to do in you. Had nothing to do with what you're capable of, had nothing to do with your talent level or your charisma or
your beauty,
your smarts or your beauty. Like this was going to mess up because it wasn't my plan. And you didn't do anything wrong. You know, you're not, it's not a perfection thing. It's not a you thing. It's like, just trust that.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Don't be so hard on yourself because I am really bad at that.
But that's really mature and wise. I think we've been through enough hard resets in our life that we already know what we want someone to say, what we should be telling ourselves through it, not just at the end. But it's really wise.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think the more hard resets that I go through and the more times in my life where I'm like, where's God? Especially in the midst of it. And, you know, I think we're all in the midst of, but I think maybe this is still God's plan.
Oh, yeah.
Because whatever you learn from this hard reset, you're going to take into this next adventure in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, I was about to marry, like I dropped out of college and I was about to marry Tracy and I got, you know, my whole life people told me I was going to be a sales guy. And I got this interview at this company and everything was great. And then they're like, hey, you actually don't have the Riz. Your personality doesn't match up. And I was devastated because I was like, how am I, like I'm a bartender, like that's my specialty, right? I don't, no one's given me a chance.
Yeah.
But now like in that midst, I don't know if I would have told myself what you're telling yourself. But then God used that as an ultimate chip on my shoulder and brought me to, you know, these moments that I'm in now.
That's got to be the reason why people say like you chill out after 40 a little bit more. You know, it's like you've lived enough life to know like it's going to be okay. And like you said, I mean, he doesn't waste any of it. All of that was used to make you into the man that you are right now, which I'm so proud of you. Like, Mark, I am so proud of you. And you have, I mean, I know that you know this, but
Let's
like,
make this about me. So yeah.
you have the most amazing wife and the most adorable and funny and like to each one of you daughters. Like, it's just, you have made the most beautiful life. And I mean, it wasn't easy. You know, it took a lot of hard work and a lot of faith, not only in the Lord, but like in yourself. And I mean, ultimately, I think that, you know, I think that's where I am like today is I know I have faith in the Lord. I trust him explicitly. Like, can't wait for him to come back for me. Literally, like, this is too much. But also, like, I need to be able to believe in myself, and I'm not very good at that sometimes. So that's what that's my takeaway over these last couple of months of like processing and figuring out, you know, what's the next turn. It's like, just believe in myself. Like, God made me on purpose. I mean, he literally made us all on purpose. We're not here by accident, you know, and I want to live like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just get to the end of my life and be like, well, that was fine, you know, like, and be like, what a ride.
Yeah.
Look at what we were able to accomplish through him.
So you're in the midst of this hard reset, right? And the whole premise of this podcast is like, man, if we could just help one person like going through what they're going through, right? A career reset, of a motherhood reset. Like, so how can people find you?
Oh,
And reach out to you.
Well.
No pressure, but we had a guy like throw out his cell phone number.
Don't do that.
let's not do that.
But like, how can people get in touch with you? It's like, hey, I'm really struggling right now. I don't have that same perspective. I'm 20 instead of 40. And not that you're 40, I think you're 29.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
How can they find you?
Easiest way is to find me on social media. She's Hearts of Style on Instagram. And you'll see, you know, lots of pretty clothes, but you'll also see just like some words of affirmation every now and then, because we all need it, you know. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this podcast. And Tracy said it in y'all's initial discussion, but like, when you are vulnerable enough to expose the hard parts of your life, other people will feel comfortable to do that too. And that's a great thing. You know, like, we need to be walking, and that's community. Like, if you're just acting like you're fine and everything's picture perfect all the time, you can't really be in community with anyone. So I'm here to help make you look cute and help make your heart feel better. I mean, just
I love it.
reach out on social media, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, the big takeaway is like, husbands, reach out to She's Hearts of Style.
So
you
wise. Yeah. I've never returned anything that you've gotten for
Mark.
me in the last few years.
Love it.
We have a hidden name.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was
I
gonna come
forget,
out.
like, what is it again?
Stefan.
I love that
He
so
tells
much.
me that he reached out to Stefan, who works, helps him.
Well, I know how busy you are, so I reach out to Stefan when I show up with
He
presents.
gets in touch with me.
Stefan, the make-believe
Husbands,
person.
stop buying gifts for
I
your
might
wife.
need a new Instagram handle. Like, shop with Stefan.
Your alter ego. Thank you for making the time for us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I
thank
am
y'all.
so
I love
thankful
y'all.
we did not tell any of the Red Solo Cup stories.
Oh
of
my
college.
gosh. I was
Or
thinking
The
about,
Bachelor.
or, oh God, bless America.
Or
Let's
buying
not-
Houses Blind. I
Yeah.
mean, there were so many good stories.
How about those popcorn pork chops that made y'all in college? When I cooked them
Boiled
for
chicken?
so long that they shrank down to popcorn size.
Listen, we didn't care. We didn't.
We have lots of good.
I know.
We've got, again, y'all feel like home. We've lived a lot of life together.
I can still put myself in that
apartment. Oh, go ahead.
in that
Queensway House.
the Waynesway house, but in that moment when you're doing the pageant and
Tracy was spraying my butt with
spray tan.
yeah,
the sticky.
The sticky. Keep my bathing suit down. Yeah.
Can you believe though that we met when we were 18 and my girls are 4 years away from that?
No, I really
Our
can't.
girls are 4 years. It's crazy.
I can't.
No, we were 18.
They'll look good for 29.
Thanks.
Thanks.
We end so this is the first time that we've ever had a
Third person here.
third.
person in here. Hopefully this worked out.
3 high fives.
Drop a comment below if it didn't work out. but
No,
I don't know
please
how we're
don't.
going to high five this.
I'll be in
but
the middle. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
That was so
Side
awkward.
bomb.
Powerful message by Savannah. And I'm just grateful that she took the time. Obviously, we had a lot of fun reminiscing on some old things, but also talking about like what it's like to be in the midst of this. She's going through one right now professionally and just trying to figure out her place. Obviously, we're so grateful that you took the time to watch this. We are a roofing company first, so if there's any need that you have for roof inspection, roof repair, gutter cleaning, roof washing, we'd love to be that first person you contact. Click on the information below and we'll get working on getting an estimate out to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on next week's episode.